Today we're looking at two tube support systems. We have the CPAPology Raptor 360 and then we have the CPAPology Houdini. We're going to be unboxing these and just seeing what you get in the box and how you would use a tube hook. I also have a video, I'll link it in the comments, on why you would use a tube hook in general, but let's unbox these and see which one is better. So starting with the Raptor, we're just going to quickly unbox it. It comes in a much bigger package. We have the manual right here, and then the clamp base, the center extending portion here, the tube hook itself, an optional base for if you want to use it underneath a mattress, a lot of tissue paper, more instructions, and a little travel pouch. Now there are two ways to mount the Raptor. So we have this base here for under a mattress, but I'll show you just the simple clamp first. It has a little twist mechanism, I guess, to tighten it and close it. And then you simply just push it back and forth and it would eventually clamp nice and tight. So for this table here, make it nice and wide like that and make it nice and tight. If we want to extend it, we can use this little pole here, or we can just use this straight onto it. So I showed in my other video, you can clamp this right to your headboard and then use this here. But if it was on a nightstand, you'd probably use the extender. So I'm going to put that in here. And then this guy's going to twist on as well. So what's nice about the Raptor, it has a 360 swivel here and a clamp for your tube. You can easily take it in and out just by using the clamp. I also like the size of this bendy arm. So you can do quite a lot with it. One of the purposes of a tube hook is to be nice and flexible, to change based on how you might want to sleep. So it's really nice that you have a really big bendy arm such as this. You could just take your tube, so we'd probably do it around halfway through the tube, and you would clamp it just like so, and it can move a little bit, but not too much. But you kind of want a bit of a middle ground with a tube hook so you can get slack easily, but then when you're slowly kind of rolling around in bed, it's not like sliding and bothering your face even more. So the clamp portion of it works really well. The arm is nice and bendy. Now the one thing I'll fault the Raptor with is just the plastic on the clamp and the base here, I guess both clamps. The plastic does seem a little bit tinny and a little bit cheap. I would have liked to see a higher quality grade plastic, like a high density polyethylene. Instead of this, I assume this is kind of a very cheap grade polypropylene. It's a little brittle. I would have liked to see more of a flexible, malleable plastic so that if you are pushing it and clamping it and grabbing it at night, you have a little more leeway. Now, I don't think that you're actually gonna break this thing if you're somewhat reasonable with it, but who knows, maybe you're sleeping, you're frustrated, you have a bad dream or whatever, you're just trying to get some more slack, you pull the tube hard or you yank this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing is not the most durable thing in the world, but overall design, I think for a majority of people, they're not gonna have a problem with it whatsoever. Now I'm gonna quickly loosen this up here. As you can see, we have the base here like this. So if I bring this all the way down, you can see that there's a notch in this base that kind of fits, like it's like a half square, half circle type of thing. So you put that in and it fits perfectly. And there you go. That's not going anywhere. You have it on this base here. It's very solid. There's no play in it at all. And then you can put this underneath your mattress and have it just like that if you don't have a nightstand. So overall, I would give the Raptor a solid 8 out of 10. I think it's very versatile. The design is good and they give you a lot of play and a lot of movement in that arm there. Now let's check out the Houdini. It comes with the base for underneath the bed, as well as obviously the pole itself. So this pole can extend quite a bit. So I'm gonna screw it in here first and show you. Very simple putting it together and taking it down process. And boom, there you go. It's honestly really, really tall, about 3 feet tall. It's pretty darn good. And then we have this bendy portion here. And then at the top here, we just have like a keychain with this stretchy, almost like a hair tie elastic. You can get these, almost anywhere if you needed to replace one. Okay, now the reason why this is used here is because it's slippery enough for movement of the tube, but not so much so that you can't get extra slack if you need it. So you just put the tube right through here like this. You can tie it around, loop it around if you want, but as you can see, it gives a little bit of slack. I think both the Houdini and the Raptor are great options if you're looking for a tube support system. The differences between them, obviously this guy packs down a lot smaller. So I would recommend the Houdini if you're planning to travel and use hotels for a majority of your travel. However, if travel's not a big concern, or perhaps you do travel but you use an RV or a boat or something like that, I think the clamp and the mattress base offers a little more versatility with the Raptor if you're traveling in that regard. But for overall home use, I would definitely pick the Raptor over the Houdini. I like the bendy arm. I like the fact that you have more options into clamping it down. And mainly, I really just like the claw clip. It's a lot easier to take the tube in and out. And the easier it is to get your CPAP stuff disassembled quickly means that you're more likely to wash it more regularly and maintain it more regularly. So for that reason, just the overall day-to-day use, I think I would pick the Raptor. I hope this video gave you good insight on both tube support systems. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe or like this video and check out our website for all things CPAP.